Alright, in this video we're checking out the new Foxeer Razer FPV camera. This here is the micro version. This is also available in a mini version as well. Each of the micro and mini versions comes in a 4.3 version or a 16.9 version, so the sensors are different sizes. So it isn't switchable between 4.3 and 16.9, but it is NTSC and PAL switchable. So this is a very inexpensive camera, very lightweight, pretty simple. This is their budget camera. I guess their new budget camera, because I guess their micro Aero, which is a CCD camera, was like, that's like around 20 bucks. Pretty common budget purchase for a lot of people if they wanted a budget CCD camera for about 20 bucks. This is under $20. Currently on promotion for about $15.89, I think, so about $16. And this is a CMOS sensor, so I guess this would be their budget CMOS camera. 1.8 millimeter, yeah, it's a 1.8 millimeter lens, and the field of view is about 150 degrees diagonal. It's okay, it's pretty decent, and at least on this 4.3 version. I didn't get a chance to test the 16.9, so I can't tell you what the field of view of that is like, but it is a little bit less. I think in the specs it's like 140 degrees field of view on the 16.9 version, but I think the 4.3 one is perfectly fine. Now you'll see the image in the flight demo, but it kind of reminds me a lot of the old Caddx EOS 1 sensor, what that looked like, the colors and the light handling. Pretty similar, but obviously that camera was a nano camera and you couldn't change any of the settings, but this one you can change the settings if you want. But I just flew it stock like I always do, and let's just take a look at the settings anyway. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the menus, and I'm not quite sure which menu this looks a lot like in terms of other manufacturers. I guess it's pretty similar to the other Foxeer cameras. Sometimes I'm not really sure where they source a lot of these firmwares and sensors and stuff, but I don't think Foxeer makes their own sensors. But you can see here, day night, it's on color. This is all the settings that were used in the flight demo. Contrast, everything is auto, so I'm not going to bother going through all these. Obviously you can go through and change this to manual and then adjust the sharpness and stuff. It could use a little bit less sharpening, I think. The auto setting is a little bit too sharp, and maybe a little bit more contrast, but obviously you can adjust this to your preference here. This is probably where you're going to make all your setting changes, and here you can change from NTSC and PAL. That's pretty much it for all the settings. Obviously there's automatic exposure and automatic white balance. I usually never touch any of those settings, so I think this here under under image enhance, these are the settings that I think you would probably want to adjust if you don't like the default image. And as you can see, there's no OSD on this, so no pilot name, no power on time, that kind of stuff. I think this is for reason. I guess the reason to do that is to reduce the cost and less features. Some people, since most people use Betaflight OSD, having that on there and having to turn it off and not use it is just kind of like an extra cost you're paying for something you're not using. So I think they got rid of it on this budget model. Anyway, so go ahead and we'll get right into the flight footage. And yeah, there's going to be a link down in the description to my FPV camera playlist. So if you want to compare the footage of this at the same park to other cameras, yeah, just click that playlist, and you'll see all the other cameras I've flown at that park. You can then compare this image to the other cameras.